Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. In the previous video, we talked about the very famous motto or chant that you always hear, and that is Allahu Akbar. Even in the Adhan that is mentioned, and what it really means. It means Allah is Akbar. So if you have not watched that video, really you have to go back and watch that video in order to understand this Quranic lesson that I'm going to go talk about right now. So please, if you have not watched that video, go back and watch that video. I'll put the link here at the top and also in the description, so you can go and watch that and understand that, and then after that come and watch this. So the purpose of this video is that to have a good, clear comparison between religion of Allah and the religion of Akbar, because we are talking about two different religions. But let's just go over it one by one, and you're gonna know what a huge difference and what a huge gap there is between these two religions. So let's start with the concept of God and deity. So in religion of Allah, our God is Allah, or Ar-Rahman, or Ar-Rahim. It means the most gracious, the most merciful. So that is Allah, our God, in religion of Allah. In religion of Akbar, God is Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar literally means Allah is Akbar. So Akbar is the God of the religion of Akbar. So that is, the God is not Allah. I just want to make sure that we understand that we are not talking about the same God. We are talking about Akbar. And please watch the other video. Allah tells us who Akbar is in the Quran from the mouth of Abraham. So that Allah's Quran is very clear, very specific, and Allah knows the future. So that's why Allah is telling us over there. So in terms of Salah, let's look at the units of Salah. In the religion of Allah, all Salah is 2 units. All the Salahs, they're all 2 units, and you can shorten the Salah to 1 unit if you have to, in the time of war, in time of fear, when you are worried that you might be harmed. In the religion of Akbar, however, we have 2 unit Salah, we have 4 unit Salah, 4 unit Salah, 3 unit Salah, 4 unit Salah. So it's all over the place. In terms of timing of the Salah, in the religion of Allah, our Lord, our Creator that we love more than anything and anyone in this world, the times of Salah are morning, evening, and night. There are 3 times: morning, evening, and night. In the religion of Akbar, they have morning and evening, and they have night, but they have also added noon time. So they also have noon, and they also have afternoon Salah. So there are 2 additions over there. In terms of Salah for Fridays, in the religion of Allah, all Salah is Jama'ah, is community Salah on Friday. That means mornings and evenings. Night, we are going to talk about it later. But mornings and evenings, they're community Salah. So also Friday is the day of Jama'ah, community day. So whenever it is called for Salah on Fridays, so whenever, morning, evening, if there's a call for Salah, you have to get together and do it. Of course, we're talking about Salah of religion of Allah. We're not talking about Salah of religion of Akbar. So in religion of Akbar, Friday Salah is only 1 time, and it's only at noon. And remember, this is an invented time that obviously is not in the religion of Allah. So I just want you to see the differences clearly. I'm trying to clarify that for you. Also, the whole process of Salah is different. The way we say Salah in religion of Allah is very different than the way people followers and worshippers of Akbar perform their salah. They sit in their salah, they do tashahhud, they do salam, and they do qunut. And please watch my salah videos, you're going to see. So the way they do the salah is different in Religion of Allah compared to the way the worshippers of Akbar do their salah. When it comes to zakah, in Religion of Allah is 20% of excess. So whatever excess income you have that you don't use, you don't owe any money. Let's say you had $100 extra this year that you don't have any debt, and that's just extra money. So 20%, $20 of it goes towards giving zakah, charity. Whereas in Religion of Akbar, that really varies depending on which sect of Akbar we are talking about, and the priests of Akbar are divided. So depending on if you are Sunni, if you are Shia, it's very different. And I'm not going to go through, it's not worth the paper. It's not worth my time and energy. It's a Religion of Akbar. It's not the religion that I follow. So you can all do research and see, but none of them is 20% of excess. They're all different. So technically they don't give zakah the way they should according to Religion of Allah. Fasting. Fasting in Religion of Allah is silence, is meditation, it praise. It's just you meditate, you pray, you fast. It's a fast of speaking. You basically don't speak. For during the day, and for 30 days. It's always 30 days. It's 1 month. It's 30 days. Whereas fasting in Religion of Akbar is different. Fasting is extremes. You go to extremes of starvation, you starve your body during the day, and then you go from that extreme to another extreme of engorging yourself. So you starve your body during the day, and then you engorge it at night by eating. And then again, you starve it during the day, and you engorge it. This is a religion of extremes. It's all about extremes. So that is the fasting, and it's never 30 days. And the followers and the worshippers of Akbar differ on when fast starts, the month of Ramadan starts, and when it ends. And there's always wars and fights and arguments between the priests of Akbar, depending on which sect you're following, about when Ramadan starts and when Ramadan ends. It's funny. Please watch it. Every year it's just a joke. It's really joke. So watch it and you're going to enjoy it. Probably it's going to be the same thing this year as well. Then in terms of calendar, in the Religion of Allah, calendar is stable. Calendar is beneficial. Calendar accounts for the seasons, accounts for the year. It starts with March equinox at the beginning of springs and ends at March equinox at the beginning of next spring. So it starts with spring, then you have summer, then you have fall, and then you have winter, and then the year ends. It's a 365 days calendar. So it's basically 365.24. In Religion of Akbar, the calendar is lunar. It's dependent on the month. It's 354 days, and it rotates. Everything rotates. And the priests of Akbar have a great amount of say in the sense of when the months start and when the months end. So, and there's always bickering, and they differ with each other. So that is the calendar of Akbar versus calendar of Allah. In terms of Ramadan, Ramadan in the Religion of Allah is somewhere between September and October at fall equinox. It's usually September 23rd. Whereas Ramadan in the Religion of Akbar rotates. So Ramadan means the a month of early rain. It's the early rains that always comes at the end of summer and the beginning of the fall. It's the month of early rain, first rains. It has been like that in Middle East. You can go even look at ancient calendars. They call the 7th month of the year. Ancient Jewish calendars, ancient Christian calendar, wherever you go, you find this. For 7th month of the year is the month of first rain, or Ramadan. Whereas in the religion of Akbar, Ramadan rotates. Ramadan one year is in winter when it's snowing, another year it's in summer when it's dry, then another year is in spring, it's pouring down. So Ramadan is rotating constantly. It's a confusion. So that's a huge difference. And then in terms of Hajj months, in the religion of Allah, last 4 months of the year are the 4 months of Hajj. Whereas in the religion of Akbar, only 1 month is the month of Hajj, and that it rotates. It's constantly rotates. There's no stability to it, just like it's God, Akbar. Whereas in religion of Allah, last 4 months of the year are always the last 4 months of the year. It's always the 3 months of winter plus the last month of fall. And I have videos. I go through the calendar, so you can watch those. Again, in terms of haram months are the months of the months where the war is forbidden. So these are the months of peace. Fighting and making wars and killing is forbidden in haram months in the religion of Allah. Whereas in the religion of Akbar, they are not, these haram months, the 4 months of haram that are the last 4 months of the year, are not observed. They are not observed at all. Actually, you always find the worshippers and followers of Akbar at war all the time. They're either killing themselves or killing someone else. They're always at wars against each other. So you can go look at the history past several hundred years. They're always at war, and they never respect the haram months. This was abolished. The whole haram months was abolished sometime after the Prophet, during the Umayyad. Then the Qibla. Qibla is the direction of prayer. It's where when you're saying your salah, when you're performing your salah, you face the Qibla. Qibla in the religion of Allah is in true Mecca, in Petra, Jordan. It's in the Quran. I go through that. I show to you from the Quran that it is over there. So lots of research has been done. I mean, I'm not going to go through it here right now. You can see it in my videos and various videos. Whereas Qibla, in the religion of Akbar, is in fake Mecca. Not that it's not Mecca, it's Mecca. Why I say fake? I'm not trying to insult the city of Mecca in Saudi Arabia. I have huge respect for people in Saudi Arabia. But I say fake Mecca because it's not the original Mecca. Original Mecca is in Petra, Jordan. Petra, Jordan is the original Mecca. So it's in fake Mecca in Saudi Arabia. So as you can see, there are two different Qiblas. The Qiblas are different. Place of Hajj. When you perform Hajj in religion of Allah, you have to perform your Hajj in Petra, Jordan, because that's where Al-Masjid al-Haram is. So Masjid al-Haram is in Petra, Jordan, the true Masjid al-Haram, the real one. It's still there, it's still standing. The gate is there, Safa is there. As soon as you enter the gate, there is Safa to your left, there is Marwa to your right, and then there's the Kaaba. And then from the Kaaba you go up and you go to Arafat, and you go. It's a house with this front yard. Front yard is Safa and Marwa. Backyard is Arafat, and Kaaba is right there. So this is the house of Allah. Is the Bayt of Allah. Is in Petra, Jordan. Whereas in religion of Akbar, that is in fake Mecca in Saudi Arabia, and the house doesn't even make sense. The Arafat is like 6 hours away, several hours away, and then you have to. It's completely messed up. That doesn't even fit the description of Hajj in the Quran. I've gone over it plenty of time, but I intend to go over it again, inshallah, soon. In religion of Allah, if you leave your religion, in terms of leaving your religion, you can leave your religion. There's no compulsion in religion. Tomorrow you can decide to be an atheist. Or tomorrow you might decide to change your religion to Christianity or Judaism or the religion of Akbar or whatever. There is no compulsion in religion of Allah. That is fine. Because that's the whole point of this world. Allah has created this world to test us. That's the whole point of this. Whereas in the religion of Akbar, you will be punished by death. So there will be a death penalty for you if you leave the religion. So fornication, if someone does adultery, in religion of Allah, you have to have 4 first-hand witnesses. And if they testify to that, you will get 100 lashes. الزانية والزاني فأجلدوا. I don't want to go over the verse. I don't want this video to become too long. In religion of Akbar, however, you will be stoned to death. They claim they follow these 4 firsthand. I have not seen that. That's a huge lie. Some people do, some people. I have not seen that. They actually stone people to death. You can go to Afghanistan, you can go to Pakistan, you can go to Saudi Arabia, different countries. They stone people to death. So in religion of Allah, let's talk about hijab. In religion of Allah, hijab for girls is that they have to cover their breasts, they have to cover around their genitals. For the wives of believers, they have to also lower their hemlines. So that is hijab for girls and women in religion of Allah. Very simple. I have 5-6 videos. I go over all the verses of hijab, all of them. In religion of Akbar, however, women have to cover their hair, their face, etc. 50% of the population of the countries where people follow the religion of Akbar, they worship Akbar, 50% of the population who are women are being oppressed. They have to hide themselves. You are a woman, you have to hide yourself. Just because you are a woman, you're punished for being a woman. If you are a man, you can walk free. But if you are a woman, you have to hide yourself in cover, in a veil, and punish yourself for being a woman. Can you believe that? You're punished for having hair, even though I, as a man, have hair. But the women have to be punished for that. It's the biggest atrocity in these countries that is happening to our sisters, to our mothers, to our daughters. Let's talk about theft. In religion of Allah, if someone commits theft, there will be a small cut on their hand. Small cut. I go through the verse of the Quran. It's not even deep cut. It's a small cut. In religion of Akbar, they cut off the hands and fingers of the thief. That's what their law says in religion of Akbar. So what is the law in religion of Allah? In religion of Allah, Quran is the only source of law. Allah is the only legislator. So who is our legislator? For those who worship Allah, for those who follow the religion of Hanif, the religion of Abraham. The only source is the Quran. Why? Because Quran is complete in religion of Allah. Why? Because Allah is all-knowing, all-wise. So if you know that Allah is all-knowing, all-wise, what does all-knowing mean? Allah means that all-knowing means that He knows future, past, present. All-wise means He is all-wise for all the time. So Quran would be complete. In religion of Akbar, however, the source of law is Sharia law. I call Sharia law Shaitan law. It's Shaitan law. It's not Sharia law. But Sharia law, why do you have Sharia law? Because in Religion of Akbar, Quran is not complete. Quran is deficient. Quran needs to be completed by hadith and by also clerics. Who are the clerics? Clerics are priests of Akbar. So Quran is something that is incomplete. In Religion of Akbar, Quran is there as a toy that is incomplete, and they constantly use the hadith and also fatwa. They issue fatwa. So the priests of Akbar sit in the shoes of Allah, sit in the seat of Allah and issue fatwa for God. But their God is different than ours. Remember, they say Allahu Akbar. So Allah is Akbar. So their Allah is Akbar. So basically, they complete the Quran, because Quran in their religion is incomplete. However, there's hypocrisy. When you talk to them, they say, oh, Quran is complete. It's a hypocrisy. That's just in words. Don't listen to their words. Listen to their action. They believe, one of the priests of Akbar, he believes that we don't even know how to wash our face. He says it several times. You can actually see it in several of his speeches. He says, if it was not for hadith, how did we know how to wash our face so that we can ablude for prayers? So in Religion of Akbar, we humans are dumb. We don't even know how to wash our face, and hadith has taught us how to wash our face. This is the level of thought that these priests of Akbar have. I mean, what do you say to that? What do you say to that? In terms of the Prophet, in Religion of Allah, Prophet Muhammad is the last prophet, just the last prophet. Khatamun Nabiyyin, the last of the prophets. Whereas in Religion of Akbar, Prophet Muhammad is not only the last prophet, but he's also the last messenger. So he's Khatamun Nabiyyin and also Khatamul Mursalin. So you see that Religion of Akbar is addition, because Quran is not complete. So they keep adding to the Quran. They keep adding to the Quran. They keep attempting to complete the Quran more and more in their own mind. So they're trying to put an end. They're trying to tell Allah what He needs to do. You can't tell Allah what He needs to do. Allah does what He needs to do. So whereas in Religion of Allah, Prophet Muhammad is only the last prophet, we don't know who the last messenger is. But Prophet Muhammad is definitely not the last messenger. We know that for sure. Again, I have videos on that and I describe that. In terms of the characteristics of the Prophet, in the Religion of Allah, those are detailed in the Quran. You can see them. Whereas in the Religion of Akbar, they're detailed in the hadith. I am not going to go through them. I'm ashamed. I don't want to go through this. There's so many insults to Prophet Muhammad in the Religion of Hadith. Please, Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, you can read those. Some of those are unbelievable. The insults that these people do to Allah's last prophet that we follow. I'm not going to go through that because it's Akbar. Akbar is the biggest devil. Akbar, I want you to know who he is. He's the biggest devil. He was an archangel, Iblis. Allah kicked him out of heaven. So he's in size the biggest of the devils. And that's why they call him Akbar. It's because he's the biggest of the devils. And also, he considers himself the sun. He thinks that he illuminates. That's the whole. What does sun do? Sun, I'm talking about sun, the sun in heaven. It illuminates the world, right? Sun illuminates the world. So that's the whole concept of Illuminati. Those who illuminate, they believe that they worship the devil. Why do they worship the devil? Because they believe the devil is the sun. So that's the whole concept of Akbar. Now, if you watch the previous video, I go through that and I explain that. I don't want to go into a cult and explain those things. It's just because that's outside the Quran. But that's the whole idea of illumination, and it's because the sun illuminates the world. And that's Akbar, the greatest, the biggest devil, because he's inside. Literally, he's the biggest. He's the biggest devil that fell from the heaven. So the reason why I did this is that I wanted to demonstrate to you, my brothers, my sisters, I wanted to demonstrate to you that we are talking about two very different religions. You can't reconcile these two religions, because some of you have emailed me and said that, oh, I'm just doing, you're torn. You have families, like I have families that follow the religion of Akbar. I have family members that do that. So, but I want you to know that these two religions are two completely different religions. Religion of Allah is like a completely different religion. The foundation is different. Religion of Allah has more in common with Judaism and Christianity compared to religion of Akbar. You have nothing in common with religion of Akbar. Yes, respect your parents, but all cultures, they say respect your parents. Even Chinese culture says that. So don't think you're following the same religion. This is a totally different religion. Religion of Akbar is a religion that was created after the prophet. Satan came in and just through inspiration to his followers and his worshippers and his priests created this religion of Akbar through hadith and various means. And also massacre of the family of the prophet and just his disciples, and so many things happened during the civil wars. But religion of Allah is an ancient religion. Religion of Allah is religion of Abraham, religion of Noah. Abraham learned it from Noah. Isaac, Ishmael, Muhammad. This is an ancient religion. We are not creating a religion. We are restoring the religion. This is a restoration. We are raising awareness about Akbar and his religion. And we are making a distinction that religion of Akbar is 100% different than religion of Allah. So religion of Allah and religion of Akbar, they're two different religions and you can't reconcile between them. Peace and blessings to all of you, brothers and sisters. I hope you are finding these Quranic lessons useful. Please, if you have questions, ask me. I'll do my best to answer them if I can in the comments. If not, I'll make videos and I'll answer them later. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye. As-salam.